Dear friends, English literature, romantic poetry, selected poems of John Keats, alternate Grecian urn, short questions with answers. Short questions 1 to 6. Question 1. What is an urn? Which urns are referred to in the world? Answer. An urn is a tall vase-like container made of pottery or stone and used for holding the ashes of a dead person. It is with rounded bodies and narrow neck and was used in ancient Greece and Rome to preserve the ashes of the dead. Many of these vessels, often beautifully decorated with painted or carved designs, survived in private collections or in public institutions such as the British Museum. The urn to which the ode is addressed is less likely to be one particular example made up of details from many of such urns or other works of art that Keats could have seen in museums or reproduced in books of engravings. The Grecian urn, which is referred to in the poem, is a relic of antiquity and a chronicler of ancient Greek pastoral life. Keats was inspired to write the poem partly by a marble urn belonging to Lord Holland, but mostly by a collection of Greek sculpture which Keats saw in the British Museum. In the fourth stanza, the heifer looking at the skies may have been suggested by a fragment of the Elgin Marbles, part of the Parthenon frieze brought from Athens and exhibited in the British Museum. And the little town in the same stanza could have been inspired by one of the pastoral landscapes by the French painter Claude, which Keats particularly admired. Question 2. What is depicted on the urn? Answer. Keats sees Grecian urn and the human forms depicted thereon. The lifelike attitude of the figures depicted strike him with astonishment. There are several pictures carved on the urn. Number 1, there is a picture of the flute players who were playing on their flutes. They are playing wild and ecstatic music. Their music can be heard only through imagination, not by physical ears. Number 2, there is a picture of lovers pursuing the unwilling maidens. Number 3, there is a picture of a fairy singing a song under the trees. Number 4, a bold lover is depicted at the point of about to kiss his beloved. Number 5, there is another picture of a sacrificial procession leading a heifer to some green altar to be sacrificed. Thus, on the surface of the urn, both a bacchanalian procession, a scene of dancing, singing, and merrymaking, and a procession of sacrifice are represented. Question 3. What is antithesis? Or write a short note on antithesis. Answer. Antithesis is a literary technique in which opposite or strongly contrasting statements are balanced against each other for the sake of emphasis. According to Nesfield, this figure consists in an explicit statement of an implied contrast. To signify the definition, we can say that antithesis refers to a contrast in which sharply opposing ideas are expressed within a balanced grammatical structure. In the example from Paradise Lost, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, the idea given in the first part of the sentence is set against that given in the last part. Here, two contrasted ideas, A. Reign in hell, B. Serve in heaven, are set against each other in a balanced form to emphasize Satan's desire to rule and his strong dislike to be ruled. Many things we see around us serve to illustrate that contrast renders a thing more prominent and attractive. Thus, light appears brighter when it is set against darkness. The darker the light, the darker the night, the more the brilliance of the flash of lighting. In comparison, Two, the contrast strengthens the impression sought to be produced by the author. Question 4. Cite an example of antithesis from Ode on a Grecian Urn. Answer. Hard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. It is an instance of antithesis taken from Ode on a Grecian Urn. In this figure, two opposite ideas are set against each other in a balanced form for the sake of emphasis. Here, one idea, that is, hard melodies are sweet, is set against its opposite idea, unheard melodies are sweeter. The silent music coming out of the pipe is more appealing to the poet than all verbal music, music which is not actually produced but is imagined to be produced, and hence which does not reach the physical ears of man but has its appeal only to the ear of imagination. The point means that music heard by the physical ears may be sweet, but there is a limit to its sweetness. On the contrary, the music not actually produced is more entertaining than real music on account of its breathing and note of permanence and flawless perfection. Question 5. What is chiasmus? Answer. Chiasmus is a balancing pattern in which the second part of a line reverses and balances the word in the first part. It is a form of contrast deliberately built. By this figure, the order of words in the first of two parallel clauses or phrases is reversed in the second, which serves to make a sentence more emphatic and impressive. Sometimes all the words in the first part of a sentence are reversed in the second part for the sake of contrasting ideas. Thus, in the example, fair is foul and foul is fair. The words of the first part are reversed in the second part for the sake of drawing our attention to the contrast that lies between the first ideas and the last. Here, the order of words in fair is foul is reversed into foul is fair to point out the contrast lying between the two ideas. This inversion aims to make the statement more emphatic and impressive. Question 6. Cite an example of chiasmus from Ode on a Grecian Urn. Answer. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. It is an instance of chiasmus taken from Ode on a Grecian Urn. It is a figure in which the order of the words in the first of the two parallel clauses is reversed in the second, which serves to make a sentence more emphatic and impressive. Here, the order of words in beauty is truth is reversed into truth is beauty. This inversion aims to make the statement more emphatic and impressive. Here, the poet thinks whatever is beautiful is truth to him, and whatever is truth is beautiful to him. Beauty and truth are identical. They are inseparable. They are the opposite backs of the same coin. One cannot exist without the presence of the other.